Another day, another Kickstarter unboxing. Today, it's Nemesis by Awaken Realms. I got in on the Nemesis Lockdown Kickstarter when it was going, and I didn't go all in, but I got a substantial amount, and it just arrived today. So I'm quite excited, and I figure I'll do an unboxing for you guys. So let's do that, shall we? I kind of bettered my setup after the Titans unboxing, so with any luck, the lighting is slightly better this time around. But I don't know, the camera's now mounted to the desk, which means that it might get a little shaky at times because I'm still in the process of moving. And as a result, I don't have a great system for mounting my camera. Let's just cut this on open. Here we go. This is my second Awaken Realms Kickstarter. The first one was Tainted Grail. That's actually the first game I ever kickstarted. And it kind of got me started on that rather addicting path. But I am always pretty happy with the quality of their work, and I'm quite excited to see what Nemesis has got in store for us. I have played it before. It's available at a board game lounge that I have gone to in the past, and so I have tried Nemesis. I do quite like it. Obviously, I am not a huge fan of the player elimination, but sprawling, space, survival horror. So it's just got a little bit of everything. Here is the medic character. I mean, I'll open this up, obviously, but that's that. And we'll get this foam out of the way, and here we go. All right, nice. We've got the Nemesis Aftermath expansion. So you can see the light ring that I'm trying to use so that hopefully this is a better quality video than the Titans unboxing. And then I've also got the Nemesis Void Seeder expansion. And we've got some cards down here. I believe these are the Dice Tower cards. The Dice Tower, what's it called? The Dice Tower supplemental cards that are offered with the Dice Tower Kickstarter. And they were also offered in the Nemesis Pledge Manager. All right, let's get this out of the way. And then just real quick, check the box for anything left. So I didn't end up getting Carnomorphs, the 2 books, or there was a couple of other things. I'll probably get Carnomorphs on the second time around if the game proves to be any good, and if the expansions are worth it. So let's do base game first, and then we can go and look at the expansions. So I'll put those over there, and we'll go ahead and open up the game. See if I can just, all right, fine. Use a knife. But yeah, so I have played Nemesis in the past. It was a lot of fun. We died almost immediately. Like, I think we got 4 rounds in and then the entire ship was on fire, which was kind of ridiculous, not gonna lie. But that was us not knowing how to play at all and just kind of learning on the fly. So hopefully we will be able to learn how to play the game, and then we won't die as quickly. All right, so let's do a quick look at all the different sides of the box. Geez, one thing that Awaken Realms sure does know how to do is huge boxes. All right, and then up, we've got the back of the box. Very good. All right. Jeez, very heavy, very, very heavy. Again, the microphone is also my camera, so if the audio is at all strange, That's likely why. Set that out of the way. Game manual. So if you're learning how to play Nemesis, read through this whole thing. Includes setup. Again, not really sure why people flip through rule books on unboxing videos, but it's kind of tradition, so I guess I gotta do it. Reference sheets for the different rooms. Let's see if I can dim this light ring so that it will not show up on... no. Alright, well, here's reference cards for the different rooms that can show up on the ship. And then we have the actual rooms themselves with the backs on them. For those of you who have never played Nemesis before, functionally it's just Ridley Scott's Alien, but as a board game. You wake up from cryo sleep and not everything is as it seems. We've got some more rooms, eggs, dead people, dead spaceship dudes, dead astronauts, that's the word. Dead astronauts, the engines of the ship, the intruder board, which shows the different weaknesses of the aliens. But yeah, so you wake up from cryo sleep and there's aliens aboard your ship, and it's your job to fulfill a personal mission. And it's semi-cooperative, so there might be a traitor, there might not be. You don't know. But you have your own mission, and as long as you fulfill it, you will be counted among the winning team. So here's some of the player mats. You can play as the mechanic, the captain. Oh, already popping things out. All right. The scientist and pilot. And then the scout. And the soldier. And then we've got this, the escape pods, which you can get on to escape from the Nemesis, which is the name of the ship. You can get on the escape pods to try to escape from the aliens, or you can try to get back into cryo sleep and just hope that the ship is going to the right place. Take a picture of your game box. Okay, I don't know. Oh, okay, I see. So this is a stand for your game box. So Reed, they had some extra space on a punch board and they decided, you know, it'd be kind of fun. And hey, I'm not opposed to it. I like that. All right. So that was all of the cardboard. Let's get that out of the way. Whoops. See, already dropping everything. Let's get the board out. Slide this off to the side. So I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, yep, it's a double-sided board. So there's two different ship layouts that you can find yourself in. Ta-da! I mean, again, the lighting is weird. I need to come up with a better system for this, but this is the one that we're using for this video. But it's a nice, high-quality board, and if a little dark, because it's mostly black, and that's been a lot of people's primary complaint about the board is, well, they could have just done more with it, you know? Sure, we're gonna go ahead and move some of this stuff so that it's out of the way. And then we've got the board right here. There we are. All right. So, this is the ship. Every game, these rooms are random. So they're all face down, and you've got amnesia from hypersleep. So when you wake up, you don't know where anything on the ship is. So you've got to go around and discover what room is which. So it's a cool way to have a replayable map every time. So let's go ahead and get the box over to here, and let's start going through it, shall we? All right, got a nice plastic cover for the miniatures. This is to tell if you're infected or not, so you can scan the junk cards that go into your deck. The game is sort of a deck builder in that your actions are determined by the cards that are in your deck. and sometimes junk cards get put in it when you take wounds, and you can scan those using the scanner to see if you're infected, and if you are infected, well then, chestburster scene from Alien, that's what's going to happen to you. Unless you go and get surgery or something. We've got red cubes, necessary in every good board game. We have little fire tokens, also necessary in every good board game. Some dice. Got the... Alright, I can get these out of the bag. Got some dice. Good high quality dice. You can see. We have malfunction tokens. So these get placed on rooms when they spawn if the room isn't working. And you can fix them using special cards, and then you'll have access to that room's ability. But until then, the room is it's functionally just another generic room. I also think that maybe you can lose the game if all of these go out. I can't actually remember if that's the case, but that sounds right to me. We've got noise tokens. As you move around the ship, you obviously are making noise, and that is illustrated through these noise tokens. They go in the corridors surrounding the room that you walk into, and if you ever put 2 noise tokens, I think it is, into one corridor, it will summon an alien, and that is not something that you want. Here's some stands for the different doors that you place on the map. And then we've got rings for the character bases. So you can put these rings on the bases of the characters to tell them apart. We've got some delicious silica gel, and it is demoisturizing this draw bag. So every time that you place 2 noise tokens, you will draw from this draw bag a alien token, and that is the type of alien that will spawn. The alien tokens correspond to the different types of aliens. So some of them are for these guys. These, I think they're creepers. I can't actually remember, but they're basically juvenile aliens. Some of them are for the adult aliens, and then there's even bigger and badder ones further down inside the box, if memory serves. See, this one is a lot more informative than my Titans unboxing because I've actually played this game and I can remember the rules. These are markers for different statuses in the game. So if you're slimed, or there's a couple of other things. I can't actually remember all of the ways these are used, but they keep track of time on the board, if I remember properly. So they're just markers that you use to keep track of different statuses. Speaking of that Titans unboxing, I actually got to play Titans. It is a solid game. I am quite happy with it, and I'm excited to actually dig into it instead of just, playing it once and then forgetting about it, which is unfortunately something that tends to happen with... There we go. This is a card holder. Something that happens with less enjoyable or more forgettable games, but Titans definitely seems like it has staying power to me. Pretty similar to Scythe in that regard. Really like Scythe. So every player gets one, players 1 through 5, and it will determine turn order, which number you are assigned. These are little larvae that will infect you as you move around the ship and get attacked and such. So this is another type of alien that can spawn. Here, let's see. There we go. Creepy little buggers. All right, and then I guess we've just got miniatures left. So this is the soldier. Pretty detailed. I'm quite impressed. I feel like these are actually better quality than the print that I played on last time when at that game lounge. This is very detailed. Maybe I'm just misremembering, but I feel like these are better. This is the scientist, if I remember right. we've also got... I don't know. I can't remember which one this would be. The Scout, maybe? Because here is the Captain. You can tell he's got a commanding aura about him. And then we've... Oh, this is the Scout, right? So, yeah, that's the Scout. So let's see. And then this must be... Huh. So I think this is the Scientist. Whoops. I think this is the Scientist. No, because the Scientist is the one in... well, I don't even remember all of them. Oh, there's a Mechanic. This is probably the Mechanic. All right, well... I'm sure that everybody's just laughing at me. This game has been out for like 3 years now, probably 2 years. But hey, it's relatively new to me, so I am excited. And that is why I do unboxing videos, because I'm just excited to share that I got a new board game. Look at him. God, imagine that thing scurrying after you in a hallway. No, thank you. And then we've got the adult aliens. They're actually called intruders in-game because calling them aliens would apparently be a bit too close to Ridley Scott, which, you know, fair enough. But there you go. Alright, I think that's all for this tray. So let's lift that out and put it to the side. Go ahead and... Alright. Well, you know my policy on cards. I don't really want to just go through them all, because why would you? That's kind of boring. But I will go ahead and say these are items, and, well, some of these are items, and I can definitely tell you that this is coordinates, that these cards determine where the ship is headed. So you want to check the coordinates at some point during the game to make sure that the ship is actually headed to Earth, because if it's not... Ew, that's not good. And then these are just items. More items. These are health-related items, if I remember right. And then I think this might be an alien weakness. Vulnerability to fire. That seems right. So these weaknesses you can discover throughout the course of the game. All right, well, fine. These are the action cards. So this is the captain's deck, or at least this is probably a lot more than just the captain's deck, but these are action cards. Every character gets a deck of them, and they are what people use to take actions. So you can play a search card to search a room, you can play a movement card to move, you can do all sorts of stuff like that. And the action economy of this game is pretty interesting in that some cards can only be played when you're not in combat, some cards can only be played when you're in combat, and when you get wounded, you put junk cards into your deck, and so as you get wounded, you can take less and less actions. So it's a pretty cool little mechanic that simulates what happens as you get, hit repeatedly by aliens. This looks like it is an intruder card. So when an alien gets to take its turn, this is the card that they get to resolve. Yeah, intruder attacks. God, I'm good at this. I'm kind of surprised how much of this I remember. It's been quite a while since I actually played this game. These are the personal goals that players can have. So this is a corporate goal. At the beginning of the game, you get a corporate goal and a personal goal, and you get to choose which one you want to pursue when the first alien shows up. And so corporate goals tend to be more cutthroat. So for instance, your character is the only survivor. Whereas personal goals, while they can be cutthroat, also can't tend to allow you to work more as a team. Silica gel. More aliens. So these guys are standing up. These might actually be the adult aliens, if I'm not mistaken. I think these are actually the juveniles. So juvenile, and then I think this is an adult. I mean, don't hold me to that, but I'm pretty sure that's the breakdown. So we've got two different sculpts on the adults. We've got just walking along, and we've got Boo. I bet I scared you. Look at him, just rah, leaping out of the darkness. That scene from Alien is probably, I don't think it held up very well when they're going through the air shaft and the alien is like, rah! If you haven't watched that movie in a while, you probably don't know what I'm talking about, but it just, I don't know. You really can see that it's a rubber suit in that one scene. The rest of the time, the alien is very, very scary, but I don't know. That one scene just doesn't hold up to me. So this is a breeder, I believe. They are one step below a queen. Do not want to mess with them. You don't want to meet one of them in a dark hallway at night. And I think there's only one sculpt on those. Yeah, so here's another sculpt for the juveniles. This one's just crouching. So we've got crouching, and then we've got the tail going around it. So 2 different sculpts. That's always a good time. It's always nice to have multiples, or to have different things, especially if you paint. I don't really paint, but if I did, it would be really nice to have multiple sculpts, because painting the same thing over and over again gets boring. And here's the queen. I really feel like this is higher quality than the game I played at the Game Lounge. Like, just the printing looks a lot better right here. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just misremembering, but I don't know. But we've got the queen. She's got a bunch of little baby aliens spewing out from the hole in the ground beneath her, I guess. Man, I think someone just sneezed in the background. I don't know if the audio picked that up, but somebody outside just really loudly sneezed. All right, so that is the base game. The rules are far too complicated for me to actually do any justice here, but let's go ahead and get this out of the way. After all, this is just an unboxing. This is not a rules explanation. This is not a review. It's just me excited that I just received a board game and going through it on camera for you guys. So let's go ahead and open this up. Alright, we've got the back of the box. Void Seeders. So this is an expansion with a different race of aliens. So it's got different mechanics and different models. Let's see if the sides... I think it might... I don't think it has different characters, no. I think that the different characters are in the Aftermath expansion. Let's check out what... Whoops. Bumped the camera stand. What the Void Seeders comes with. I have not ever played with this, so I'm going to be back to not knowing what anything is. We've got a rule book, some cardboard, which apparently has already been popped out. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be like that. That's interesting. It's actually kind of odd. Huh. Well, I'll need to check if these got, like, popped out on accident or something, and if I need to request a replacement. But we've got the Void Seeder board, we've got some warning tokens, some psychic damage tokens. I believe these are psychic aliens. I tend to remember that from the Kickstarter description. More silica gel. You know, I don't normally find silica gel in my board games, so I'm kind of confused by this. Oh! It looks like something happened here. I don't know what this is, but looks like they already gave me the replacements. So that's nice. All right. I love when they put plastic covers on miniatures. Just absolutely love it. Call me crazy. I feel like it protects them. Foam. All right. Looks like we've got some more events, some help cards. I'm going to stick with my policy of just not opening cards because, again, I find it very boring when I'm watching an unboxing and they go through cards. But this looks like more weaknesses. And then there's something called an insanity track. I don't know what that is, but I'm excited to find out. All right, so let's look at these egg tokens. We've got some eggs. And then I want to try to go in order of the impressiveness of the model. This is a Cthulhu-looking guy. Some tentacles coming out of his face. I think that's what those are. He's got some sides as hands. Very cool. Very cool. And I think these all look like they're the same sculpt to me. I'm no expert on alien biology, but these look the same, right? So I think these are all the same sculpt. And then these are probably the adults. We've got more tentacles, more of that Cthulhu look going on, longer arm sides, and we've got some curled up legs in the front. A missed opportunity to make another sculpt with like those same legs just like splayed out trying to grab somebody or something. But hey, I get it. And then we've got the queen, which apparently doesn't have a base, which I think is an interesting way to do it. But she's very spider-like. She's got all these tentacles going on. Man. So yeah. Pretty cool. I probably will. Oh, I don't think I showed this one yet. This looks like so this is probably like the breeder, would be my guess. Because we've got eggs, and then the children, and then the adults, and then the breeder, and the queen. So it's the same progression as the other box, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure that's everything that would be in this box, right? Yeah. Okay. So that's the Void Seeders. Pretty exciting. Let's go ahead and just close this up. I'll put everything back together properly in a second, but I'm just trying to make sure I've still got space for everything, because this desk is large, but Kickstarter games tend to be larger. At some point, my Nemesis collection will basically double because I'll get the Lockdown expansion as well. With a Lockdown standalone game with expansions and all that stuff. Honestly, I think my Kickstarter obsession might be a bit of a problem, but I just got an adult job, and so I have lots of money, and I've never experienced that before. But the Aftermath expansion, I believe this is extra player roles and maybe some other mechanics, if I remember right. I'm actually not positive. And I'm not going to read the rulebook on camera because that seems silly. But I can tell you that there is a shuttle board, some character boards, some room tiles, and then some miniatures, including a dog. So hey, there's turrets, a catanaut. All right, well, the light is weird on this paper, so we're gonna go ahead and just keep moving on. There's the Convict. Hannibal Lecter kind of thing going on. Huh. All right. We've got the same thing going on here. I'm not sure why that happens, but hey, who knows? We've got the CEO, who has an android or something accompanying him. We have the android, so never mind, that wasn't an android. We've got the CEO with a robot, and then we also have an android. And then we've got some more rooms. Alarm room, turret room, sewer room. We've got the bounty hunter, who looks kind of like Tom Hardy. Does he? I think I might be stretching there. I don't know, there's something Tom Hardy-esque about him. And then we've got the psychologist with a robot arm, like all good psychologists have. All of them need robot arms. Alright, so apparently my video dropped, which is disappointing, but I was pretty much nearing the end of the cardboard, because I went back and watched it. Anyways, well, that was weird. Anywho, there's a sand timer. I tried to get through the rest of it before the sand timer ran out, but I didn't notice that the video had stopped until just now. So, sorry. Anyway, so the sand timer exists. There's also a shuttle board. So I would assume once you escape from the ship, you board the shuttle, then you have to take care of the aliens on the shuttle, and then finally you can win the game before the shuttle self-destructs. So that's pretty neat. That's an assumption. I don't actually know. But let's go ahead and go through these cards and these minis, and then we can call it a video. And hopefully we won't run into any more technical issues. So we've got a robot, which appears to be a CEO-specific item. And the rest of the cards, who knows? I would assume that they're all just items, but I don't go through cards because kind of boring. Then we've got Unlimited Ambition. I have absolutely no idea what this deck could be. Lucrative Offer, and this is a trait. So I'm assuming it gives the characters traits. I don't know. And then we've also got Search. So this is a deck of cards, action cards for the different roles included in this expansion. So that's a pretty simple deck to explain. Let's go ahead and look at the various miniatures that come with the Aftermath expansion, including a first player token that is just a cat in a spacesuit. I understand that Awaken Realms really likes their cats and their cat miniatures. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan, but that's just me. But we do have the Psychologist with her robot arm. Very necessary for a psychologist to have a robot arm, as I was saying shortly before I was so rudely interrupted. We've got the CEO with his robotic assistant. This is a pretty awesome idea for a miniature. I'm quite a big fan of that. Then we've got Tom Hardy, the bounty hunter. Sorry, the Tom Hardy thing is just going to stick. We've got the convict with his Hannibal Lecter mask. Apparently he got his hands on a gun, so that's not good. And then we've got the android, who, if I remember properly, can run out of power. I'm not sure if that's a thing, or if I'm just misremembering. But that sounds right to me. Look at the detail on that dress. Wow. Alright, then we have 3 turrets. And the thing everybody wants, because everybody is obsessed with dogs nowadays, is the dog. And let's be real, this is a pretty good dog miniature. It might be my first dog miniature that I own, in fact. Look how cool he is. What a good boy. Alright, so we'll put him away. And then we have, I think these are the last 2 things that are needed, we need to unbox. So, even though my rule is don't go through cards, I do want to see what the heck these cards are. Alright, they're exactly what I thought they would be. Actually, I don't know what these are. I think they might be corridor event cards, like you can crawl through corridors, and if there's a technical corridor in this room, move to it. Yep, so you can crawl between technical corridors, but then if something bad happens, oh no, you're gonna get stuff bad, things bad happen. Yep. So that's pretty cool. I like that addition. We'll go ahead and put those in there. And then we have the medic. Let's just pop that open right now. We have the character board. She's got a gas mask on. So we've got the medic. Put that there. Toss this aside. And then we've got her character drafting card. We've got her character deck, so her character specific actions. We've got her her character-specific items, and then we've got her mini. And this will be the last thing we go over. Is the camera picking up? Oh, there we go. Okay. Nice. So yeah, that is my unboxing of at least part of Nemesis. I mean, I'm not getting much more until whenever Wave 2 arrives, and then maybe I'll do another. Maybe I'll do another unboxing when Wave 2 arrives if you guys liked this and you found it entertaining or informative. Sorry about the technical difficulties, and we'll see you on the next one.